I'm Almut and I'm at the climate camp here really to join the protests against the runway and against the way in which our lifestyles and the corporations that are supporting those lifestyles like flying are putting us very close to a tipping point on climate change. But I'm also here on the camp being a member of an organization called Biofuel Watch to try and raise awareness of the real dangers of false solutions that are being suggested to allegedly reduce, mitigate against the worst impacts of climate change, such as biofuels, but which in actual fact have the potential to vastly accelerate global warming and vastly accelerate environmental destruction. One of the important things to remember is that climate change is not exclusively caused by fossil fuel burning. Certainly we need to cut fossil fuel burning by a vast percentage if we want to have chance of global survival, but we also have to remember the absolutely vital role that our ecosystems, our forests, peatlands, wetlands, grasslands play in stabilizing and maintaining a habitable planet and a stable climate. Right throughout the history of the Earth, it's ecosystems that have actually prevented runaway global warming on Earth and helped to restabilize the climate even in crisis situations. So what we're seeing at the moment is almost a double assault on the planet. On the one hand, we have massive fossil fuel burning. On the other hand, we have rampant destruction of ecosystems. Now, I'm mentioning biofuels because that's a lot of what my involvement is in as a false solution because it's based on the premise that we can turn over a considerable part of the planet's landmass to grow into monocultures, to grow fuel for our cars, and that will somehow then be alright because we won't be burning fossil fuel oil. If we go down that route that we are, corporations and governments are going down at the moment, we could actually find ourselves facing quite calamitous rates of change. We are also seeing false solutions that are false because they are based on extreme injustice. It is the people in the global south where most of the monoculture expansion is now happening, which are already paying the highest price in terms of suffering the first severe impact of climate disasters. They're already seeing extreme droughts, extreme flooding. What we're doing now is essentially taking over those people's lands, taking away their in many cases their land rights and their food sovereignty, so that on top of everything else they can grow food for our cars.